The city's annual spring cleanup is coming up on April 19th through the 25th. Once again, Papillion teams with La Vista.
Public Works is one big family in the Sarpy County area, probably even the world, really. So we just thought, you know what, why don't we give it a shot and see how it works? And we did, and it worked really, really well. I think the residents in La Vista enjoyed the consolidated event. Those in Papillion, we had a few, learning curves that we had to, and road bumps that we had to overcome, but I think we've gotten those ironed out, and at least the last event seemed to go very, very well for us.
While ironing out the kinks, the changes are good for residents.
We did extend the event to a week-long event as opposed to, just the long extended weekend, which we think in the fall helped us, not have those big rushes on, the Saturdays and the Sundays. And we're hopeful that by extending it again in the spring that'll be the same case.
With the expanded cleanup days, here's who's eligible.
La Vista residents, Papillion residents, and water customers, anybody that's in an SID that takes Papillion water, La Vista, anybody in La Vista that's an SID that takes MUD water, that lives in La Vista, the city of La Vista, not just any MUD user, but anybody that lives in the city limits of La Vista. All they need to do is bring in their water bill or some proof of residency, driver's license with their address on it, whatever, and show it at the gate, and we'll let them in to dump.
Bring the same discard items that you brought last year.
We've got everybody coming back. Everybody actually really enjoys this event with Papillion La Vista because they get a lot of quality items that they recycle.
Here's some of the recyclers who'll be there.
The metal recycler comes in and he usually has a ton of stuff that they segregate and recycle. Like you said, the electronics. We've got the shredding coming back in on Saturday morning from basically 7 to noon. So we'll be here for that. And then, the normal trash and a brush pile, concrete, like I said, anything that you can think of for the most part we take, with the exception of tires and, oils and solvents and those kinds of things.
If you have items that will not be accepted, don't despair. You do have options.
If they have paints, or solvents, oils, those kinds of things, and they need to dispose of them, there's an organization called Under the Sink. They can look. We have some links on our webpage that they can look to as far as getting addresses and those kinds of things to be able to drop that stuff off.
Jeff has great advice on what to do with worn-out tires.
Tires, I usually, even in my own personal situation, take them to Walmart. They'll take them for $1 or $2. They're pretty inexpensive if you take in a used tire to Walmart.
Jeff says to get the correct information, give Papillion Public Works a call.
We'll try to help and figure out a way to, or if you have a question whether or not you can or can't bring it. A lot of times on paints, if you leave the lid open and let them dry and get hard and they're hardened, we'll take them. If they're liquid, we can't. But if you let them dry out and they're hardened, we'll take them and throw them in the trash pile.
Spring Cleanup Days runs from April 19th to the 25th from 7 a.m. to 5 p.m. each day. Thanks for watching. For Papillion Now, I'm Tori Pantaleon.